as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and our home team. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Here we go,
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good decision in the end to pull and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Back to throw here. is incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. It's complete, Burks. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Flushed out right. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Give him 6 yards in the first down. Looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Oilers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. Skirts by at the 15. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. This is caught. And he's brought down. His his first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And Burrow going to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered.
A try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it up. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Burrow will throw. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Phillips. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here we go. On the give, this is their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They're passing here. Joe Burrow firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
4th down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 2nd and 4. There's Chris Olave. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, Charles, he was so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And the half will begin with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. Touchdown! A great play there. 63 yards. And the Oilers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Some momentum, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They've gone to their fullback. And the ball is knocked out. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
He doesn't give many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number's going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's because they do so much blocking, a lot of times their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold down to the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's got his man on the out route. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw again. This one taken in by Olave. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Oilers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score. Welcome back now here in London. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer. Never one that you like to see.
Not at all. Final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
From the 38, Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. A draw play for Mixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. And they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Open man. It's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. it's Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Burrow. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Mixing up the middle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it will still lead to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he'll try and throw here on the fake.
Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. London about set to take over on offense. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes that kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Yeah, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a handoff looking right. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He gets this one to Burks. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Second and 5. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.